Everyone, and thank you for coming to Day Chanel's 40th World, where we do the bold and the beautiful recaps and reviews. We're going to be going over the story episode of today's part of the bold and the beautiful for September 30th, 2016, which is Friday. The summary they give us is Wyatt takes an unpopular stance against the Foresters. Steffi unleashed her wrath upon Quinn for the strife Quinn has caused. Okay, we go into the first scene. We go back to the taping episode from yesterday's episode that ran on Thursday, the 29th. And Rich tells Quinn, because I don't know why the doctor didn't tell Quinn. Nobody disputed that she was Eric's wife. So I don't know what the doctor was sitting in limbo trying to figure it out and not saying anything. Rich went on and just told her, hey, Dad had a brain hemorrhage. And, that's pretty much it. Quinn want to know how it got there, who did it, what brought it on. But the doctor just looking at her, not saying one word. I'm like, I would take him to completely off the case because she has expressed that she's the wife of Eric Forrester. All of them know she is, and the doctor just still not knowing what to do. So he's stupid too. Okay, then we go to Pam Maya. Both as well as Thomas and Wyatt still talking about the past of what they should have done. But shoulda, coulda, woulda done passed y'all all by. Y'all need to focus on now and the present. Okay? I mean now and the future. Then Carter comes in. He wants to try to figure out what went on, how this all happened, this, that, and the third. And they go on and give him a quick, speeded version. But then Maya and Pam talks about going to make Eric a little bit more comfortable, having some familiar items, so he could be, feeling like he's at home and everyone's loving on him and this, that, and the third. So Maya and Pam decides Pam should go to the house, Eric's house, and get him all his wonderful clothing that will make him feel more relaxed and comfortable in the hospital. They thought it was a great idea. So that's pretty much where they take off to. And Maya and Wyatt and Zende, they stay at the office, while Carter, Pam, and Thomas going over to their grandfather's house to pick up some of his belongings and to take to the hospital. The doctor's talking about what caused or what could have caused the collapse. Steffi said he got married to her, meaning Queen. I mean, she needs to stop taking jabs. I mean, for real, she ain't learned shit. I mean, her granddaddy walked all over her from the top of her head to the sole of her feet. And then came back to stomp her in the stomach with his words of wisdom for her and how she's been acting. And she's still cutting up, Eric. You need to come out your coma so you can get her straight again. Okay, but anyway, Queen walks out and Steffi follows her to tear into her some more. Wyatt finally admits to Maya and said that he never seen Eric so happy with his mom. What were they all thinking about trying to keep them two from each other? Then we have Rick is really mad that they all drove Eric to the situation he's now in. He's still looking at his dad being helpless in the bed, and he didn't necessarily have to be that way. If only they would have thought about their father's needs and their grandfather's needs prior to what their own selfishness was doing to him. Then we have Thorne still talking to his dad about being his best man in the future. Thorne kisses his dad on the head. He's still being remorseful for what he did. But I'm like, Thorne, if you don't get your ass from that bed and get down on your knees and pray or go to the chapel and pray, that's the best thing you could do for Mr. Eric Forrester at this time. And stop talking about what you shoulda, coulda, woulda did. Okay? Just be right. For now and in the present. I mean, dang, I'm always saying down and in the present. Forgive me, now and in the future. That's what you need to be focused on. Okay, then Rich, the last person that goes to his father's side, his bedside, telling him not to give up. His fight to live. Rich is still talking about protecting him. I'm like, Rich, what you learn? Your daddy don't need protecting, man. He don't need protecting. Surely not you and Steffi's type of protection. Then Steffi's trying to tell Quinn, did you poison my granddaddy? This, that, and third. I was like, Steffi done lost her crazy ass mind. But she going around hollering at Quinn and she's stopping whatever nurse or any personnel in Scrubs to say, can you do a drug test on my granddad? I want to see if she poisoned him. I'm like, man, ooh, she low key threatening Quinn all over again to get even with Quinn for putting her grandfather in the hospital. And Quinn didn't have no parts of that. That was Steffi and Ridge, commander in chief on their behinds. They got their granddad and their dad in the hospital. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Pam, Carter, and Thomas finally goes over to the house and pick up some things for Eric. Carter's snooping around downstairs while they're upstairs doing what they have to do, packing Eric a little bag. He's looking around at Eric's mail. He's trying to sort it in one big place, taking it out the main foyer area and putting it over to the side in the corner somewhere. And he finds a folder that he had gave Eric some, I guess, weeks ago. A full power of attorney of his state had Riz's name on it. And I'm still trying to think what was they doing anyway? Because it don't look like Daddy Forrest was gonna sign anything with Ridge taking over any incapacity type of state he would be in at this time. Because he was furious at Ridge. He really should have tore him up when he really was thinking all that stuff that Ridge didn't do and all the bad things he said. Ridge still talked to Eric about not being ready to take over the family business nor the family as patriarch yet. He's telling his dad to come back to them so he can realign himself in that position and not have to put him in that position. Because we already know, Ridge, you will fail miserably because you've already failed. Okay? You can't even raise your own kids. But anyway, Steph is still trying to get the nurse to go do a drug test on Eric because she just want to know, Steffi's just really spinning out of control and she needs to stick the fuck back. That's pretty much what she need to do. Sit in an empty auditorium stadium that at least serves 5,000. She needs to sit in every last one of them. Okay? And then we'll come get her because we know she'll be done passed out by then. Anyway, Quinn is telling Steffi, Eric made you all. Quinn said to Stephanie, you pushed Eric out of y'all's lives. Quinn is also telling Stephanie, you all broke your grandfather's heart. You left him alone in an empty room while we were trying to get married to each other. That's the only thing he could say, but that y'all had totally abandoned him. Y'all couldn't give up y'all selfishness, y'all pettiness just for one day. Because he was gonna marry me regardless. That's what you trying to tell Stephanie, y'all. Stephanie wasn't hearing shit. She wasn't hearing nothing. So then we go to commercial, we come back. We have back at the Forrester's home, Carter opens the folder and is surprised to see what was printed on the paper he had gave to Eric some time ago. Eric is trying to wake up and out of his coma, unconsciousness, however you want to call it, calling out Quinn's name. Rich comes out to get Quinn in the room because that's who he's asking for to see, not Steffi. Steph thought her granddad didn't want to see her. Girl, please sit down. Sit down in them 5,000 auditorium seats I told you to go to. Okay, we'll come get you. You don't need to come find us. Okay, and Steph is looking all appalled that her granddaddy didn't want to see her, wanted to see Quinn. And Rich stopped her in mid-sentence and her movement, said, no, Steffi, he wants to see Quinn. He didn't ask for me, he didn't ask for you, he didn't ask for Thorne, he didn't ask for Rick. He only wants to see Quinn. Then Quinn runs in there and she gets to his bedside. She's talking to him at the bed and he opens his eyes to see her. But then he quickly fades out again. But the whole gist of the matter, he heard Quinn's name, he started moving. He loved that lady. They need to just go on and face it. She's in the family. She solidified herself as his wife, and they need to straighten up when he come back. Because the doctor already said he can't take too much more of his head swelling and blood vessels leaking blood in his brain area. Can't do that no more, okay? With his age, that would probably take him out totally. And so they're looking all crazy and stupid. But I'm like, I don't know what Ridge gonna do. I don't know what these papers Carter has gotten set aside, trying to look like he wanna take them somewhere and have somebody look at them. I hope it's not Ridge. You know what I'm saying? But Carter ain't got no business around the house snooping around in folks' mail in the first place. So that's what I get about Carter. Carter, you just doing too much. You need to fall the fuck back. Two, okay? Because it's just too much going on. We don't need no fourth wheel trying to come in this already messed up Bermuda Triangle between Quinn, Ridge, and Steffi. Okay? We don't need no more headaches. Okay? But that was my take on the episode that aired on Friday, September 30th. Look forward to dialoguing again with you guys. That will be next week. Have a great weekend. Blessings to you all. Bye-bye.